So today's video is going to be a whole different kind of video. This is going to be for beginners, newbies, all that kind of stuff. Those that want to get into Dokkan Battle and don't know how to play. We're going to be doing this whole video is just going to be about tips and beginner's guide to play Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Yes, I know I should have done this a little bit sooner, but I figured, you know what? I feel like now is be the time since the game is going to be growing indefinitely, and I don't know if that's the right word to use it, but regardless, the game is going to be growing, and I think this is a good way to start. So today, this is the whole game, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. So let's go ahead and let's dive in. So the first thing we're going to be talking about right now, ladies and gentlemen, is Dragon Stones, ladies and gentlemen. Dragon Stones are a big thing of this game, of course. This helps you summon for new units, LRs, easy A units, etc. So to get those is very simple most of the times. Usually you have your quests all the way from here. So it's from 1 to 29. I'm usually on global right now because it makes it easier for me to do this. JP has 30 stages, but right now global doesn't for right now. So as you can see, we're only up to 29. 30 will probably be released sometime in the coming months or so. But regardless, we have there's a lot of opportunities to get further stones, of course. So you can use these. You can do events where we will break that down eventually. So here's what we have. We have some story events right here. We have some growth events over here, which is pretty useful for characters. We have some challenge events where, obviously, for those you don't know, it's like you can get Z medals for awakening characters. And, of course, a bunch of old events like Legendary GT, GT Goku Edition, Vegeta Edition, all that stuff. Some Prime Battle stuff, and a whole bunch of Dokkan events, and some Extreme Z battles, which we get into later in the beginning. But we could also, if you don't want to do that, which I mean, if you already have done that, of course, you can also buy stones, which some people do if you're like top creators and you're getting money from the games, and some people don't. I mean, usually I do it too, just because I have a little bit to spend. So usually they will have sales here, like you have the Dragon Stones, you have your daily capsules, of course, and then of course you have your specials, which is like tickets that you can use. Sometimes they'll offer tickets on global, most of the stuff like that. You have your Kais, which I will break that down in a later segment of this video. You have the beginner's guide, which is honestly good for some beginners that don't know how to play. So you can honestly buy this if you really wanted to. It's only like $10, like $9.99 plus tax, of course. So it gives you, let's see what it gives you. It gives you 1 Power Surge ticket, 50 Dragon Stones, Hercules, a lot of medals, which we also will be seeing, which I'll also be describing later. Some stages to train your characters, some meats, pause, that I'll explain later, and some keys. And of course, there's some ranked stuff like rank 50, rank 100, rank 150, rank 200, rank 225, rank 250, rank 275, and rank 300. There's some stuff for that as well. And some hidden potential stuff, orbs, and some awakening stuff. So pretty much basic and simple, of course. Now, what are we now to talk about is what is the whole game about. So basically, it's you're collecting these SSRs, making them to URs or sometimes LRs, which we will actually go with right now. So right now, this is my box. You can see all this is just from SSRs, URs, some SRs, which is obviously super rares. And then you have special super rare, of course. And then you have ultra rare, and then legendary rare, of course. So these are what you have, of course. So you can obviously get them from summons. You can summon on these characters. Some are free to play, of course, which we will get into in the end. Well, not in the end. Well, through this video, of course. Some are summonable. Some you can get through events. Some you can get through quests if you really wanted to. And some are just plain summonable. That's simple. Most of this game is just summoning. It's kind of like any other game that you basically play. It's just summoning. So if you go here to summons, of course, they said you summon, obviously the new Godku banner is here. You can literally set up like this. If you have 5 Dragon Stones, you can do a single summon. It will guarantee you 1 unit. And if you have 50 Dragon Stones, it will guarantee you 10 units, which obviously guarantees you a featured unit, of course. I would do an example right now if I had any stones, but as you can see, we don't. And there's a variety of these. They have this Extreme Z Legendary Summon banner. They did bring it to the game, so if you don't have the LR, you can summon for it. I will say this. It is a little bit, confusing. Well, not confusing. It's a little bit annoying at times because if you summon for the unit and then you don't get it in that summon, you would have to waste your stones. So I wouldn't recommend you do this unless you really want the LR, of course. But of course, I wouldn't really go ahead and summon for this if I were you. Then you have your mysterious ritual, which gives you Elder Kais. Elder Kais. So if you obviously, it says right here, you use 25 Dragon Stones to summon for 5 Elder Kais. So this will literally give you 5 Elder Kais, and I think this will give you and then it gives you 5 coins. So obviously with coins, we're going to save that a little bit later. Tickets, of course, is fairly simple enough. The game will give you some tickets if you purchase it. Like we said earlier in the shop, there was tickets for the God Goku. And usually during like big celebrations like 8th anniversary, Golden Week, Worldwide celebration. What was the other celebration? Mid-January, like beginning of January celebration, of course, they will provide you with tickets that you can summon on for most characters. They also have tickets from the events as well, which we will dive into as well and further explain that stuff. And friend points is if you use a friend unit or a guest player in the game, it will let you use these points to get these free LRs. Pretty much simple. We could actually summon right now. This would be a great example. So we summon right here, of course. I have a lot of friend points because we haven't been able to use friend points in a long time, and I feel they should really update that, of course. But we do a normal summon right here. Pull down, release. Pretty simple. So obviously Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2 is usually standard like that. 3 means greater. If you get God, then that means you're going to get 3 or more SSRs. And right here, this is just a friend summon. So see, right there. That's the indication right there. We just got an LR playing off the bat. Simple. And then right here, you go through the whole list. You can also use these characters right here. You can just sell them in your shop to get Zeni. Speaking of Zeni right there. Simple. So yeah, you see, this is what will give you like a free like LR, of course. Obviously, you just are using friend points, of course, so it's going to be easier to do. So yeah, this guy right here will awaken into an LR, as you can see. First, you have to get some medals, and then go further more into it, and then you got to get more medals for it. I know it's a little bit complex to explain, of course, but we're still going to keep diving into it. Now, next topic that we're going to talk about, which I know I should probably broke it down a little bit by factor, which is my own fault, of course, is Zeni. Zeni is a big thing that you need. This will help you awaken your characters and especially EZA them, which we will explain later. So from here, obviously, you can get easy medal from Zeni from events, quests. You can go to the barber shop as well, and all that stuff. And you can also mostly sell those characters that you got from that friend point system into Zeni. So we can go down here. I think we can just do N. And this is what we have, of course. And then you could sell all this stuff right here. It will give you about 4,840 Zeni for 8. Not that big, but you know, if you have more Zeni, Hercule statues would give it to you more Zeni. So keep that in mind. So the next thing we are going to talk about is the barber shop. The barber shop is, I like to say, it's a very good thing. So obviously it gives you some medals, of course. If you ran out of medals will be very, very crucial in this game. Keep that in mind. Medals are also essential, as well as Zeni, which you're definitely going to need. So this gives you a variety of medals, some characters, some training locations that you can use to train your characters, train your units, support memories, which we will discuss in a later bit in this video. Zeni, of course, this is if you have a lot of Zeni. You can also buy these easy awakenings, some medals, more medals, training locations, awakening medals, which you have used to Dokkan awaken these characters or awaken them to the untranscendental rate. I don't know how that's if I really said that correctly. But usually it. Treasures, of course, is like tickets, stuff from like small little items like this superhuman water seal key that you get from events. And I'll show you how to get that as well. Some incredible gems, blue ones, and so far and so forth. So there's a lot of variety of stuff you can get from this game. It's pretty good downplayed, pretty simple, of course. Nothing too bad. Oh, I can buy another Trunks and Vegeta, but I ain't gonna do that right now. This ain't about buying stuff. But in this case, I will buy something like very small. So I have a bunch of these. Let's say I buy slots. That would increase up your character base to pull more units, of course. So that's that. Next, of course, is events. Well, not events, quest, battle story, of course. So if you want to get gems, of course, or if you want to, link level some units, which I will also describe right now, which link leveling before we actually do. Actually, no, go back. We're going to go back. Plain and simple. I pressed the wrong thing again. Dang it. So basically, link leveling is very annoying and very crucial in this game, as if you link level, it makes the unit much more stronger. So pretty simple right here. For example, this is my link level team, of course. You have LR Super Saiyan, LR Gogeta, who's close to level 10 links. You have Super Saiyan Gogeta, who's close to level 10 links. So basically, if you pull a unit and their links are at 1, they're going to be good, but they're going to be a little bit iffy at the same time. So you want to at least get them to at least level 10 links. Level 10 links is crucial in the game since like link leveling was introduced fairly into the game. So basically you're going to go through this event, of course, do this quest. We're just going to do like one thing, for example, and then we're just going to back out of here, of course, because I do want to save my stamina for other stuff that I'm going to be working on. So let's keep that in mind. So this battle alone, if you do this a bunch of times, is going to link level your stuff. This is also the best link level stage on global as well. For JP is going to be 30-4. So keep that in mind. If you want to link level units and also get gems, these 2 stages are also going to be the best stages to do them. So keep that in mind. So hopefully we do get a link leveled in there, but if you don't, we'll probably just run through it all until we get a link level, and then we'll just quit through it. So basically right here, standard procedure, all this stuff. Perfect KO gives you some gems, and then yeah, no link level. Yeah, we're not going to sit through this honestly, so we're just going to go all the way through here, and then we're just cleared. So basically, if you just go through those little stop corners, that will obviously guarantee you some more link levels, of course. For me personally, I'm not going to do this right now because I don't really want to do link leveling, but it will give you a lot of gems if you do this stage. So keep that in mind. Now, the next thing, I might be going a little too fast. If so, I apologize. The next thing we are going to go through is events. So right here is our little events. It gives you story events, growth events, challenge events, and Z battle. So first thing we're going to talk about is story events. So basically these are events that happened like in the anime itself, most of that stuff. You can also gain characters like the Super Elite Vegeta, Mercenary Tao, Vicious Mecha Frieza, King Cold, King Vegeta, Android 16, Lord Shield, Kid Vegeta, of course. And there's a variety of stuff. Obviously, there's a few things right now because we're like in the midst of Sunday and towards the end of it, of course. So there's not going to be much of it right now. But these are some events that you can do to gain some characters. We obviously will talk about not prime battle, but some of these strike events, which we are going to also talk about right now since there are a lot of them. And obviously here's a story event that you can use. When we talk about, you can get these awards that it gives you. You see the puddings awards that we saw in the barber shop earlier. You can use like a certain certain category with the team build to gain these certain events. So we go to stage 3, of course. And obviously for this team, it's exploding rage. So this will give you a category to use, and all you got to do is just pick the unit. So you see right here, exploding rage. We'll just mess around for a bit as an example. This team right here itself will give you 210% bonus drop rate. Now that drop rate, of course, is going to guarantee you a lot of items in that stage. So let's see, we'll go here. Right now we have 235, of course. So with 235 is not going to be a lot, but you do want to, it's going to be a lot, but it's not going to give you a guaranteed, not guaranteed amount. It's going to give you some of this. Now, if you say you have 245, then that means you're going to be getting a lot of good stuff. Now, obviously, it takes on how many LRs you have on the team, of course, which boosts up the percentage, of course. So let's say if we do a whole SS, like a UR team, let's say, and there's not that many on here. What the heck? Oh, wait. Here we go. So let's say we do a whole UR team. For a simple UR team like this, will guarantee you 185 with the LR. Now, if you don't have with the LR, it'll give you 175. It's very simple. So the more LRs you have, the better it will for this team. So now we're going to go into the strike events, of course. Now the strike events, they give you these characters that you can use on your teams. Recently, they do get an EZA, which I will explain later on once we go through this stuff. But these strike events, you can get characters from it. You can awaken them. You can use them on your teams. They're not that really good. Some of them don't have really awakenings as of yet, and some do. But they are going to be, especially since now they're having EZAs, they're going to be very good in the game soon. So give it time, and it will be good. Now we have these special events. Obviously, there's going to be events like Int Ginyu, where you can farm up their potential orbs, which I will explain as well. And you can get them to 100%. Again, we'll also explain as well. Everything is going to be taking its time. It's going to be a long video, by the way, so keep that in mind. It's the same here with the Team Bardock video as well. Team Bardock freaking stage as well. Sorry about that. Now we have these limit stages, which is Heroes Extermination Plan, Evil Power Strikes Back, and Hero Extermination Plan. Now these two, I want to say, is a little bit complex for me to explain, but I'm trying to explain it in very much detail. So these events will also give you some Dragon Stones, which you can also use. And it'll give you varieties of medals that you can use to Dokkan Awaken some further characters like Super Hachiyak, Majin Vegeta, Tech Majin Vegeta, Majin Buu, and you're going to get a few of these two SRs that are not going to Dokkan Awaken as of yet, and you're going to get SSR Hachiyak. So that's basically somewhat how these two, you can explain it, of course. So that is it for the story event. Then the next is the growth events, where you can get a lot of orbs, a lot of Zeni, of course. Pan's also a good idea to get Zeni, so you can do that as well. Training, where you get a lot of training items that you can further awaken your characters. as well as some Hercule stages and some awakening medals they could use to awaken your characters to ultra ascended rate. That's what I'm gonna call it for now. And then the next is challenges. So challenges will be random events, some Dokkan stages where you can get Dokkan medals that further Dokkan awaken your characters, which Dokkan awaken means it will going to be awakened to a higher rate than it is right now. And pretty much there's a bunch of challenges, some stages where you can get Dragon Stones. Watch out for this guy. This guy is a menace. There's a bunch of other stuff right here. Some Prime Battle stuff where you can get SSR units that can be awakened to LRs and further EZA, which we will also explain in a few minutes. And pretty much that's basically it. So all these Dokkan stages right here, you can gain medals. So for the main, let me explain this. For Dokkan characters, it is going to be at least 77 medals to Dokkan awaken a character. A lot, yes, but there's some side banner units that they have. So let's say we'll go to Broly's for instance. So you see here, Broly, you need 77 medals to get him. And now if you go to AGL Broly, he's only going to be 35 medals. So and him for Paragus, it's also going to be 35 medals. So it varies, of course. So it varies up to a point where for a main Dokkan unit, you can get up to 77 medals. So for like a side banner unit per se, which what they usually do, is going to be 35 medals. So that's pretty much a standard use of it. Now for the challenges, of course, that you see like Ultimate Red Zone, Fighting Legend Goku, the Give It Dokkan Punch Machine, Super SBR, ESBR, these are like challenges and stuff that will give you a certain team or face off against a certain powerful opponent that you will need to take down in order to gain Dragon Stones, Zeni, some wallpapers, some, I forgot what it is. I'm about to go into profile real quick. The profile, which will give you these titles, of course, but of course, and I went further back, and of course, more. I say more for your buck. These challenges are also good. It also tests your teams, your builds, all that stuff. So you can obviously go ahead and try this stuff out if you really wanted to. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is Z Battle, which obviously is Extreme Z Awakening, as what we call it. So Extreme Z battles. And there's also another thing called Extreme Z areas. Extreme Z battles and Extreme Z areas are two different things. So Extreme Z battle is like it's like for banner units, of course. But you pull a banner unit, you're gonna do these Extreme Z battles, and of course you're gonna get them from 30 stones. But you're also gonna get some awakening medals in that process. So of course you see right here, everything here is like surpassed it: 31, 99, 999. And 32, 34, etc. So basically, if you complete a stage up to 30, you're going to be getting 30 Dragon Stones as well as you complete the mission. So let's get to one example. Let's go to this one, Dark Mass Satan. So obviously at my stage 31 missions, you get usually you get up to 3. You get up to 4 Dragon Stones if you complete like certain challenges that gives you. So let's say if you clear this state 2 minutes at level 20 or higher, you get 2 Dragon Stones. If you complete 1 minute and 10 seconds at level 10 or higher, you get 1 Dragon Stone. And if you get up to level 20 with a category of Revenge, and you'll get up to 1 Dragon Stone. And mostly sometimes these EZAs, they're going to give you a certain category to beat it, which I've obviously done T-builds on. So if you haven't seen those are really helpful to use. I recommend watching some of those. So basically we go here, it gives you the battle info. So greatly reduces damage from target types, AGL, Tech, Int, Strike, and Fizz. Super and Extreme, damage limit, NR, SR, SSR, immune status effects, super attack ceiling, reduce attack and defense, interruption, stun, effectives when attacking, types unaffected by damage reduction skills, S, AGL, S, Tech, S, Int, and the category would have been Revenge. So basically it gives you these types of units and you're going to build a team, and the better that team is, the faster you go ahead to clear these EZAs and claim Dragon Stones. So that's basically the topic of all these events right here. That's a quest story. We did the events, we did the barbershop, we did how to get Dragon Stones and all that stuff. So this is pretty good. So next thing we're going to talk about next is teams. So the rank, whatever rank you are, is how determine how much your team cost will be. So right now I'm at rank 588, not to 600 yet, sadly, but it is what it is. My teams are a little bit iffy. It gives you a cost type at the bottom. So a cost type will be, I think, will be like around whatever rank you are. So if you add like rank 20, it will give you a rank of, I forget if I'm wrong. If someone tells me this, tell me in the comments down below. It'll be like a rank, you give it like a cost of 200, and I will dictate like your whole team, of course. But if you rank higher, your cost build will increase. So I'd recommend you do that as well. So now it obviously changes up to like categories, some skill effects, rarities, types, awakenings, and favorites. So you have categories, which gives you a bunch of categories from the Dragon Ball Saga all the way down to Dragon Ball Heroes. And then you have your skill effects, which obviously raise attack, raise defense, raise HP, raise ki, etc., and all that kind of stuff there. You have the passive skill, you have leader skill, you have active skill, and then you have super attacks. So these are pretty useful. Now your rarities, I pretty much said this earlier, but I will explain this again. It goes from N, which is like negative, up to LR, which is legendary rare. So N's we don't really have much of. Rares we only have one rare, pretty much simple. SRs we have a few of these, but like I said, they do waken up to become stronger and better into like Dokkan Awaken, so they're pretty useful as well. SSRs is like mostly from banners, story modes, quest mode. Well, not quest modes mostly just story modes and prime battles and all that stuff. Strike events too. So keep that in mind. And then URs is obviously when they Dokkan Awaken into the Central Rate, and these, some of them will be transcended into the Ultra Rare. So this is what it would be. So we have Super Saiyan Gohan / Exchange Goku, which obviously is an exchange unit, which usually has, you can exchange it to like Super Saiyan Gohan if you complete the skill, which obviously can be activated 3 or more super attacks. There you go. In battle once only. So that's basically what you're going to get, of course. And then obviously we have our LRs, which LRs are really good in the game. Some will have easy A's, some will not, or some will get easy A later on in future celebrations, which is also a good idea. We're gonna find one with an active skill. Let's go to Trunks and Vegeta, of course. Very powerful LR in the game. Obviously we're gonna ignore the links. And of course they do have an active skill if we're gonna find it, which is right here. So basically their active skill is a Father Son Galagun. So if you pass a certain amount of rotations or turns, of course, you're going to be able to activate that active skill, but you have to meet the conditions. Now for this one, for example, is you can be activated when all allies attacking in the same turn are Future Saga category characters starting from the 3rd turn from the start of power, or when HP is 50% or less starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle. So honestly, this will activate only once. Some active skills will never activate twice, but really it's going to be more chance of a once in a lifetime turn. So keep that in mind, guys. That is one thing that you are going to do, of course. So when you see that and it pops up, do it immediately. Now you have LRs that are going to transform mid-game, which we do have. So we're going to go up to the LR7th LRs, which is Super Saiyan 4, Goku and Vegeta, and God Goku. Obviously, this is like an active skill as well, which is where they transform, which can be activated from the 4th turn from the start of the battle once only. And they will also have an active skill once they transform. So obviously with this one, it has like a 2 kind of active skill kind of thing, but it's somewhat different. So obviously with this one, it can be activated when HP is 50% or less, or when facing only one enemy whose HP is 50% or less. So their effect will also be cause ultimate damage to enemy, and with the turn activated, all attacks become critical hits. That will also be very good to use if you pull these type of units, and will help you out tremendously in this game and taking on future events. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about, and I'm kind of rambling a little bit, is obviously a Dragon Ball story, which is also a very new thing they brought to the game. So it's kind of like a revamp for old events. So let's go to Dragon Ball Z. So they did this one, a new threat to the Saiyan warrior race, and Fierce Battle for Planet Namek. These are like two events that were in the quest modes for a long time, and then they decided to revamp it, which I thought was pretty good. That obviously gives you more chance to get stones, and they also give you support memories. So this is something that you can also do to gain stones and also get characters as well as support memories, which we are also going to talk about right now, of course, because I'm going through this. So with items, so you have a bunch of items here. You have training items that obviously you can use when you're training a character to get them to the Transcended Ultra Rate, as well as Dokkan, as well as LR rates, of course. And then a training location. So the best locations that you can use is obviously the Chamber Spirit of Time, or of course Supreme Kai's Planet, which will obviously get you to the Transcended Rate. So next we have Awakening Medals, which obviously you definitely are going to need these medals in order to awaken some characters, because without some of these medals, you won't be able to take them to the Transcended Dokkan Rate. Transcended Ultra Rate, or you won't be able to awaken them to an LR status. That's pretty much simple, and this also falls in the realm of Dokkan medals as well. And then next up we have some skill orbs, which we'll talk about that in the hidden potential system. Special stickers that you can put on characters to have like a special glowy effect. That's what I like to explain it. Support items, which can be used in game if you go ahead and you want to use a mouse. You can use it at any moment in time as long as you're in battle. You can't use it if you're going to go into battle. Like let's say you go into the game and then you click on the steps, you can't go right into that battle and start using items. I think you can once, but I think they stopped doing that, of course. Then next is support memories, which have been newly introduced into the game, and they can help you out before the start of battle. They'll have some that will help you before the battle, during the battle, and there's sometimes going to be really good, and they sometimes require some qualifications. Let's say we'll go to Cooler's one. We'll go to this one. Cooler's Colder Mark. Wicked Bloodline category allies attacking defense plus 10% in battle, and for 7 turns from the start of battle, keep +1 for attack for allies whose names include Cooler once only. So this will obviously be used once, and if you have certain qualifications for it, then you can use this support memory. Then, of course, you have treasures, which we also talked about. They can be used in the barber shop, of course. Some potential orbs, which I will explain. And the other is like some keys, which we'll explain later. Some tickets they can use in World Tournament. Some GT tickets, some anniversary tickets, and some meats. Which meats, of course, is going to help you replenish your energy. So that's a good thing. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is hidden potential. Now, this is also can help you if you're going to be link leveling or if you have a certain unit. Now, the rule is you got to have at least 4 units of the same character. So let's say if you have 4 of Int Beerus right here, of course, you can go ahead and rainbow him. So if you have 4, you can usually go to either one, doesn't really matter. And then it leads from this strike. Actually, can I click on one of these? Okay, there you go. So if you have this, it will be combo skill, which grants a rare chance of performing an extra attack. And then you have, I can't click on it. Great. Then you have evasion, which some people call it dodge build, gets a rare chance of evading enemies' attacks, which is super useful in the game, of course. And then you have critical hit, which gets a rare chance of performing a critical hit that ignores the enemy's defense. Then you have recovery boosts, which is slightly raised the amount of HP recovery when attaining a key sphere, which again also pretty helpful. And then you have, let's click on this one. I'm about to zoom in. Just zoom in this one. I can't click on it. Oh, dang it. All right, here we go. We got potential skills, which obviously slightly raises attack when AGL attacks strength attacks Fizz attacks Int attacks Tech, or Tech attacks AGL. It works for both super Q stripes, and the effect increases along with the skill level, which is pretty useful. So you want to at least get them to like a certain skill level in here. So you got the type defense boost, and then you have potential skill, which raises the super attack power, and then you have potential skill, which raises the amount of HP recovery, which we already covered that. So that's pretty useful. Then next you have the skill orbs, where you can place it on the unit and make it 10 times stronger. So let's say I want to we'll go to gold, of course, because gold has a lot. I want to add level 4 dodge and defense onto him. So I can literally just put equip, and then right now Beerus is going to have 12 dodge, and then he's going to have 5,600 defense, which was 5,000, so he had his 600 plus defense to it. Pretty solid, of course. So honestly, with all this stuff, they can grow your character much more stronger, and as well as link leveling is another thing to use. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about, we also have a few things to cover, so keep that in mind. So we have Portal of Memories. So Portal of Memories is where those keys come in handy. So these are going to be like old events that were in the game but never going to return. But if you have a certain amount of keys, then you can use them. So, for example, I have 800 keys and I want to do Captain Yamcha's Grand Slam. For that, you're going to need just 1 key. Pretty simple. And then for the rest, is going to be like some old stages. You need 2 keys, or let's find a very recent one. We'll do Verge of Crisis. 1 key. Okay, never mind. Never mind, that didn't work out. This one key. Okay. I swear I'm picking like celebration ones. I'm picking the wrong ones. Let's do this one. Never mind. This is again with the 1 stage ones. Give me a 2 stager. Here we go. This one, same thing, 1 to 2, and that's pretty simple. With the growth, it's the same tickets. Well, not same tickets, different keys. I'm sorry. And for that one, 2 keys. Challenge, I think, same thing, 2 keys. Well, actually, it's different. It's going to be 2 keys for each stage. So let's say you want to do, where the heck is, they want to do Bardock's Dokkan Awakening stage. You're going to need 2 tickets for Z Hard and then 3 tickets for Super. For Dokkan stages, it's going to be 3 tickets for Super. Limited is the link leveling event, which you obviously need 5 keys, but we explain you get them from the shop. Or when anniversary comes around the corner for global, you can also do those missions in order to gain keys. And this right here is going to be it's like a link level stage. So it guarantees to level up link skills to strengthen your favorite characters, which is pretty useful in the game. And then Z battles, the same thing. You're going to have keys to do these extreme Z battles. And then you got 546. You just need 1 key to do it. And if you go back to do a stage, you're going to need 2 keys to do it. And then so on and so forth. 3 keys and then 3 keys here. So pretty self-explanatory, of course, with keys. Then the next is Ultimate Clash. Ultimate Clash is like a whole virtual Dokkan event where you can bring your favorite characters onto a team. You complete a run of levels. So let me see if we can go to one. Here we go. So stage info. Level 1 will be Chiatsu Extreme Tech. You bring some super int or extreme int characters and etc. So on and so forth. This will clear for you a bunch of Dragon Stones, some support memories that you can use in the barber shop, and some Zeni, and some Elder cards, and some medals, and some orbs, and some stickers that you definitely need to awaken your units or to make them look cool in the game. Next, we're gonna add World Tournament. World Tournament is basically like a ranking system, of course. So basically, you bring in like your favorite units in the game, and then you get to a certain like level. If you get to the top 1 of the World Tournament, then it's basically saying World Tournament, you're like the best World Tournament. Then there's a local rank where it ranks you locally in your own friend group, which I think is pretty cool itself. And for that, you get like a few Dragon Stones. You get like World Tournament LRs as well as the Awakening Medals, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to go to Items, Awakening Medals for the World Tournament. That will look somewhat to this. So basically, this is a World Tournament medal that you will use to awaken World Tournament units that you will pull from summons that they'll usually have, or if you pull their LRs, exclusive World Tournament LRs, that will be also used to awaken them as well. And then next you have Chain Battle, worst thing in the game, in my opinion. Basically, it low-key kind of sucks, but you know, I'm pretty sure some people have explained that, so we're not going to go much into detail with that one. Next we have Payton Battle, which I kind of like. So it's kind of like a sticker thing. So you do this, you can do either one. Oh wait, I gotta wait. So you complete a few stages, you get normals, hards, Z hard, and then super. So you click on all that, and then it says you win. And if you lose some of them, then you won't really gain the rewards. So basically go over here. It's kind of like a gacha system almost. So here's the stickers that you can get. And it contains from a variety of stickers that you can get. So right now we'll go to collection. And see, I completed a few of these, but not a whole lot, which sucks. So series 1 I completed. You can usually get like some stickers, LRs, some transcended URs, some SRs, and some rares. Basically not too bad. It's kind of cool. I kind of like this. It also gives you a guarantee to get some more stones as well in your pocket. So pretty much like it. So how it works is the person that you're defeating, you got to have a certain character to it. So let's say you use Khalifa. I don't have... Okay, you gotta use Khalifa or any universal outside unit. Boom. That's complete. You're going to win that easily. Then you got Carousel. Golden Frieza, Khalifa, Kale, and that's going to be pretty much it. Oh, wait. And then 17. Boom. Going to win that easily. More potential orbs. Super MVP 17. This is going to be a little bit difficult, of course, because we need to save a little bit of these units. So we'll do Jiren. These kitty cat. This woman I don't know. Save. Boom. I might win or lose that, but guarantee we're going to win it. Next, you got another MVP 17. This is really going to kick me in my butt. We don't really have much. We're going to leave it at that for right now. But as you can see, the more that you do this and then you win, then you can get Dragon Stones. Oh, wait. I can't do that now. Dang it. I was going to show how it perfectly works, but I messed it up. That's my own fault. Then we'll usually have Burst Mode, which is kind of like if you complete a certain amount of points, then you get background music, which is pretty good. They actually introduced that into the game a while ago. So I feel like that's pretty cool to add. You can have your own background music and stuff. And basically, if you complete like a certain task to say run all strength type characters, you do that, you get points. Those points you obviously build up to like buy music and all that stuff. Next, you're going to have the Giru Circle. Now, they added this a while back, which obviously lets you know about super tests you can farm up. So let's say I don't have Kid Vegeta. I want to get him to super level attack level 10. It gives you the stages, and whatever stage you do, you can get the character, and you can go ahead and level them up. Also, same thing here. It gives you Dokkan Metal stages for Dokkan like some characters like Raditz, Beerus, these guys, but I still need a Dokkan Awaken. But I think you guys get the grand idea. And then obviously the same thing for Hidden Potential, which we already have completed. But that's pretty much that. And then next we have missions. Obviously, you got daily missions. If you complete it daily, you're going to get some Dragon Stones. You got normal missions where you can do like Payton Battle or the quest mode. That will give you some of that. It'll give you a Dragon Stone like 3. And then here is like also like event missions where it'll give you normal modes like from challenges, like Paytime battle, burst mode, so on and so forth. Like it's even got burst mode stages, but we can't click on it. So that will give you like a good amount of dragon stones right there. And then we got some trial ones, which give you quests and events where you complete like a certain stuff, like certain part of missions. It will give you some medals you can use to Dokkan awaken some characters. And Portal of Memories is where you can go to the metal shop and then you can get some dragon stones, some medals. And yeah, that's I think we kind of break it down basically a little bit. And then menu, actually I almost forgot about this. You have friends. You can also add some friends if you have friends. This is like my friend list, of course. Not anyone I know, but you know, I got to friend them, of course. Friend searching to search for friends, and then if they friend request you, you go through here, then you could accept them or decline them. And then next you have options, which is like background music you can add, and then sound effects, speed in your animation. You can have them standard or dark, power saving or standard. This is for active skills. You can have them on if you don't want to like go through the whole movie introduction, of course, or if you want to play them once per day, you can do that too, or you can have it off. You can just go through the whole thing, and same thing for the skip entrance animation. And then you can also do daily capsules, but you can have to go to the shop for that one, of course. The next is the wallpaper settings, which I also love. You can also set up to different wallpapers that you want. You go to the original, the OG one, of course. If you played Dokkan for that long, it'll give you something like this, which I haven't had in a long time. I might keep this. I don't know, but I kind of like the wallpaper theme just to like keep it like classy. So we're gonna go ahead back to wallpaper settings. Then you could go from superhero. You can go from Christmas, worldwide celebration again. I think this was like Saiyan Day, Goku, Gohan, Goten 2022, Saiyan Day from 2022, April Fools from 2022, 7th Annie. This is for I forgot what story event this was, but it says it right up there. And then for your favorite campaign, and so on and so forth. So I'm gonna go back to superhero because I like it. But yeah, and then obviously you got your newscast, of course, which gives you everything on campaigns, events, others like maintenance and stuff. Campaign will tell you like if you get like first place, first ranking, you're gonna give you dragon stones. So keep on a lookout for that because you're definitely gonna need some dragon stones, ladies and gentlemen. But I think we have covered almost every single thing. There's a few things I'm going to say though. I forgot about the reverse. So basically you can reverse your own units to like from Transcended UR or LR characters. So we're going to go to the Vegeta. He's going to go back down to like Transcended UR, of course, and you're going to need these these incredible hourglass that you can use to reverse a unit basically. And then with Dragon Ball, with the Shenron, is what they had in the game before, but I guess they never got back to it again, is where we can get Dragon Balls from the events. You can summon Shenron. You can get 10 Dragon Stones for one wish. And usually for some campaigns, they bring back Purunga, which if you get all like Purunga Dragon Balls, you need to get 3 wishes. And some of them could be tickets, items, training items, awakening medals, meats, potential orbs, etc. Anything you want, you can get it. And then over here you have your Dokkan Awaken list, where it says characters that you don't have, like Goku, Bardock. But, you know, it tells you what net medals that you need to awaken them and Dokkan medals that you need to awaken them further. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We covered almost everything in Dokkan. If you think I've missed a few things, please let me know in the comment section down below. Oh, wait, I almost forgot one more thing. I almost forgot to end the video. My dumbass forgot. We have the profile thing, which I think is very cool. This right here, you can also add like the background music we talked about earlier. So I'm going to add this one. Or I can only add that one. I can't add anything? Okay, never mind. I guess I can't. But yeah, it gives you a bunch of playlists. And this is what you're going to use for like burst mode and such. And then here's going to tell you your power level. And this comes from like hidden potential modes activated, linked skills at max level, stages cleared, and Dokkan Awaken characters. And this right here, you can have your friend supporter up and added, of course. So I'm just going to leave that there. And then this is where you can add your favorite character. I added SSBE Vegeta because he is. Some of y'all can at me. I don't care. But other than that, and right here you can change your titles. So we have special titles from these events, from like missions and stuff. You can add it or remove it. Yeah, from quests, you have some from events. I think I'm going to scroll down a little bit because I have like a certain title that I want to put on here. And I think it wasn't from these Easy A's. Or was it from now? I think I got to scroll down a little bit. Oh man, I don't think I had that special event. Dang it. Oh wait, hold up. No, I found it. It was the... wait, scroll a little bit down. There you go, this one. Fighting Spirit of the Saiyans and Pride Awakened Bloodline. That's the one I wanted. And this right here, it doesn't really do much, but you just have to complete requirements. It doesn't really guarantee anything, like stones and all that. It's just something to add up into your profile. And then there's a sub page which I haven't really seen. I want to see what that is. So basically, is battles participated by each character. There's basically characters that you used in the game. Of course, this is my whole list. Jesus Christ, this is a lot. Goddamn. And then you have stages clear for each type: story event, Dokkan event, special event. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think we've covered. Now we can end the video. We have covered everything that we had in game. So if you think there's something that I've missed, please let me know. But anyway, guys, we are going to end the video off right here. If you guys enjoyed this and you haven't already, please like this video as well. Subscribe to the channel during the tier again today. Hit the bell icon for more future videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace out.